Russia says it has pulled back some forces but remains fortified on Ukraine's border. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz met with Vladimir Putin for 3 hours today, trying to navigate an end to this crisis. Along with its military presence, the U.S., Ukraine, and NATO allies are concerned about Russia's cyber attack capabilities. For more on this, I'd like to bring in CBS News cybersecurity analyst and former CISA Director Chris Krebs. Chris, welcome. It's great to have you with us. You know, we are already hearing reports today of cyber attacks in Ukraine against their defense ministry website and several state-owned banks. But Ukraine is not pointing the finger at Russia. Is this what you would expect from Moscow? And how else could President Putin use cyber attacks and information operations against Ukraine?
Well, what you just referenced is known as a denial of service attack. And it's basically where you flood a website with requests to load a page. It overwhelms the ability of that web page to serve up to whoever's trying to access it, and it takes the website down. There's no back-end impact, really. There's certainly, in the case of the banks, there's no impact on holdings or any sort of financial issues or anything like that. This, as you pointed out, where Ukraine can't quite say it's Russia just yet, it's a service that's available to almost anyone on the internet and on the dark web in particular. So it is too early to tell if it is Russia. However, we have seen Russian actors use these techniques along with others previously, including perhaps a couple weeks ago, where there were website defacements of various Ukrainian government agency websites. So these are the sorts of indicators that that Russia has done in the past. Is it a signal of things more aggressively to come? Probably too early to tell, but they do have significant and substantial capabilities that I would expect to see before any sort of physical, land-based invasion.
And as you mentioned, we've seen this before, but how prepared are we to react and respond to those tactics that they've used?
Well, the U.S., as well as other Western allies, have been providing cybersecurity support, both here in the U.S. with Cyber Command, as well as my former agency, CISA, has provided cybersecurity services over the last several years to help harden their agency and critical infrastructure networks, which would be presumably the first to get hit in any sort of Russian attack. I would expect for any first phase or first wave of an invasion or attack on Ukraine by Russia that the majority of their activity from a cyber perspective will be constrained to Ukrainian networks. However, depending on how the U.S. reacts, including with sanctions, if the U.S. and Western response is substantial enough to really get the ire of the Kremlin, then you could see directed cyber activity at U.S. organizations. I think that would probably start with sort of deniable efforts like ransomware. But if things get hot enough, it's possible, probably unlikely, but possible that you would see an escalation where actual Russian government intelligence services would go after U.S. networks. But again, there's a chance, and every U.S. business needs to be thinking through what their incident response plans and ability to respond to an incident looks like.
Yeah, that's really good advice, Chris, because, of course, we're focused on thinking that any sort of cyber attack would be between Russia and Ukraine. But it's important to point out that there could be retaliation, to the U.S. as well. So your advice to business owners and everyone really, is to make sure your security is up to speed. Is that right?
Yeah, make sure that you've got that incident response plan ready to go. All the contact information is up to date. If you have a moment, you could conduct a drill or an exercise. There's one more piece that I'd flag, though, is that previously Russian operations, like in 2017, where they launched an attack known as NotPetya, even though it was possibly designed only to hit Ukraine, due to operational design, it kind of skipped out of the bounds of Ukrainian networks and hit U.S. and other networks. So even though they may only be targeting Ukraine, there's always a possibility that something goes wrong and that there's collateral damage from a cyber perspective outside.
Right. All right. Well, Chris Krebs, thank you so much for joining us. We so appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
And President Biden plans to address the nation this afternoon to discuss the situation in Ukraine. We will bring that to you live at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on CBS News.